Fans of the Horus Heresy, thank you very much for joining me for an out-of-the-pack review of the Legio Custodes Aquilon Terminators with Firepikes. Here we have the third bit of loot that I picked up at the Forge World Open Day at Warhammer World in August. So the Aquilon Terminators with Firepikes is one of two sets of custodian Terminators that have been released by Forge World. The other set being armed with Adrathic Destructors. But these guys have got the Firepikes. This is a full resin kit. You get 3 miniatures in it with all the components you need to build it. What we're going to do in this review is we're going to open up the box, we're going to take a look at what's inside, and we're going to check the components for quality. That's the plan. Alright, let's dive on in there. So this comes in one of these smallish sized Forge World boxes. I think this is the smallest box they do. Incidentally, for fact checkers, interesting observation, this box is the same dimensions as the box used for the Redemptor Dreadnought. Gosh, look at all this, lots of loot. So let's see what we have. Pop that in the background. So we have a box of components. Looks interesting. We have a guide to working with resin. This was packed by WS on the 1st of August, so but a few days before the actual open day, or a couple of weeks before the open day, and then we have an instruction booklet as well. Let's start by having a quick look at the instruction booklet. So get a picture of the custodian Terminators. Look very nice. These are fantastic models. What really draws these to me is how Will Hayes, the miniature designer, has drawn his inspiration for these models from the artwork by Adrian Smith that formed part of the Horus Heresy card game. I think that was published around 2005, I think, and then later went on to be included in the Visions series of art books published by the Black Library. And I think he's done a fantastic job of capturing the look of these guys. Yeah, awesome sauce. And in particular for me, of all of them, I thought these were brilliant. These guys with the Firepikes, just such an iconic look. For my no longer small tactical detachment of custodians though, I had a toss-up between buying these and the guys with the Adrathic Destructors. I already have a lot of anti-armor weapons in my force. What I don't have though is much in the way of template weapons, so purchasing these was actually a really good idea to increase the weapon variety that I've got for my custodians. Right, so there we have the bump. You can pause for a read. Key thing though is, I mean, it's a this Terminator armor has no sacrifice in speed or maneuverability. Essentially it doesn't, and it's pretty much like the standard armor but with a better invulnerable save. So you get a load of parts. There's quite a few parts that make up each Terminator, the usual bits and pieces about how to do it, and then we have a single exploded diagram showing you how to assemble the model. So I think they're essentially all similar. Looking at this, they're clearly multi-pose, and have some fun building these. And we get one alternate head, a bare head option as well, which is neat. And as well as the Firepikes, the Infernus Firepikes, they're armed with Solarite power Talons as well. Right, so that's the bump bit done. Let's do a little bit of a camera drop and take a look at the parts. Now, you get 3 models in this kit for about 50 quid. And let's have a look. So, and now I can see already why you only get 3 models, because these guys are big. These are really large. These are huge, these Terminators. That makes a lot of sense straight away. So we get 3 bases. These are not 40mm bases. These look like they are 50mm bases. So, as is often the case with custodians, everything is special. Ooh, gosh, what should we do? Let's do some legs first. I am quite excited. So, oh, look at this. Those nice tabards. For people who have bought custodian Contemptor pattern dreadnoughts, this design here will be familiar in terms of the detailing on the model. Wonderfully designed belt buckle. Yeah, looks really good, that. Yeah. Ooh, this is going to be fun. Very nicely cast apart. So bob you there, and let's start reeling these out one by one. So I'm guessing, well, I'm hoping we get 3 different sets of legs, although Yeah, I think they are all different actually, yeah. I guess they've saved themselves some time by reusing certain parts between the Adrathic Destructor and the Firepike kit. Look at that, very fine detailing there, the split tabard strips. Bit of a mould seam to take out there around the filigree. Gonna have to be careful with that. That will need some delicate knife work, but not terrible by any means. Yeah, these look super. Very nicely cast. Very nicely cast indeed. But they're big. I mean, I don't know if you can really appreciate it, but these guys look like they're going to stand maybe a quarter higher than a regular Terminator Marine, maybe a bit more. They are very big. Or displacement there that'll need cleaning out. It's about as much as I would want to see that. So, got some displacements here that need taking away. Although, I mean, that's not a great place to have a mould offset like that, but I think that should clean up. Yeah, I think it will. Good, so got 3 sets of legs. Now let's move on. Well, I guess if we kind of start with the core and move out, let's look at the chest plates next. Lots more filigree fantastic with the front torsos. Good to see lots of variety, and this fits a custodian theme perfectly. Each warrior has got a different chest detail. A bit of this displacement there again. That'll clean up fine. Good. And what else? We've got torso. So what are these? Oh, these are the kind of, yeah, these are the sort of, I don't know what you call them, the cowl almost that sits above the warrior's head. These just look ace. These perched eagle designs. Brilliant. What looks like a hole here is indeed a hole, and into that we will attach the plumes. And there we have the end of a power fist. We'll come back to that later. Yep, beautifully cast part, very nice. Got a little, no, that's a shim, that's not an air bubble. Yeah, very good. Looks very, very nice indeed. I do like how with the custodians they've got all the eagle theme into the models. This is the exhaust unit on the backpack. Nice detailing here, and as we've seen before with custodian models, we've got the common design theme with this twin exhaust system on the back and a very compact power pack belying the sophisticated nature of the custodian armor. What should we do now? Heads, I suppose. There we go. Heads. So the heads, we've got the helmet is almost a one-for-one reproduction of the Contemptor Achilles head design, and then we've got this dude here. Here's the unhelmeted head. Yeah, that's a cool head. I'll have to use that one. Yeah, I'll definitely use that. They look great and perfectly cast. Let's do some shoulder pads. Ooh, we're starting fancy first. Right. So we've got these bas relief eagles, which are just stunningly cast onto there. I mean, they've notched up the detail here a couple of points compared to the normal custodian models, which are already very well detailed, and the plastic ones. These look great. There's actually quite a bit of air bubbling here. I guess I can see why because of the shape of this part, but we've got an air bubble there, there's one there. So these will need some filling now. These air bubbles are fine because there's nothing actually, there's no detail destroyed. Strange, yeah, they got caught because this has been cast this way up, it'll be vibrated, so it's odd that this air bubble here hasn't escaped out of the gate. And the same with this. That is peculiar. Wonder if that's not been vibrated long enough to drive all the air out. And let's do the other shoulder pads, or the other pauldrons. We've got a plain design here to offset the ornate opposite side. These are fine again in terms of the general casting, but we have got another incidence of air bubbles. So it looks like I'll be breaking out the milliput to sort these out, but that will sort out dead easy. So no real worries there. Right, let's continue finishing up the armour pieces before we get into guns and ammo. So here we have the leg armour plates. I don't know if they have a fancy name. A tasset. So these are tasset plates, and these sit on the side of the legs. And these are in paired designs. Wonderful filigree again. Find the other two. Are they all different? Yes, so I guess these are probably designed to be in pairs, aren't they? Now, are those two air bubbles there? Let's have a look. Yes, we've actually got a lot of air bubbling on these, gosh. So we've got air bubbles there, and then these Misericordia. Gosh, look at that one. It's a funny place to have an air bubble. Oh, there's three, look at that, because what they do is they'll pour the resin into the silicon mould. This will go in the vibrating machine in the vacuum chamber. With these being straight parts, you would just expect the air to rise out very easily. So that's odd that those have caught. But, you know, given where they are, there's no loss of detail, or that's come close. Let's just get a closer look at these. I think we've just managed to preserve all the detail there. Just. Yeah. So those will fill. If I'd lost any rivets, I would be asking for replacement parts. But I think we've managed to keep the rivets. But I wonder why there's so many air bubbles in this kit, because again, there's a pair there. Now, okay, so that was a close shave, but again, that's repairable. Air bubbles aside though, we've got another different set of tasset plates. So sticking with the theme of lots of individual styling for these models. Right, let's return back to the plumes. Each custodian warrior is equipped with a +10 plume of studliness, and here's the first two, and here's the third one, all very nice to cast. So we've got a set of fingers here which are going to go with one of the Solarite power gauntlets. So let's dig out those now and lead into that, and then finally we'll finish up on the signature Firepikes. Right, so this is a delicate piece, isn't it? Right, and let's go look at this first. So that looks good. Got these nice power talons. Got an Imperial Eagle. Interestingly, that's a double-headed eagle. Now, we've got mould slippage here. That's quite a big mould slip on that one. We'll see. I think that will clean up. Yeah, it's bigger than, that's definitely more mould slippage than you want to see. I'll see. I mean, the problem you've got there is you've got a mould slip right next to these two rivets. So that's going to have to be cut down to line it up again. Got one hand wide open, so the fingers fully extended, one clenched, and then this one, which goes with here, is, I don't know, somewhere in between. Very nice styling and looks. Just shame about that slip on that one. Right, let's finish up with the guns and ammo section and look at the Firepikes. So this is what really attracted me to this set of models. Yeah, look at that. So this is, I think, probably counts as being the most badass infantry flamer of the Imperium. Again, look at the air bubble. These are air bubble-tastic, aren't they? Still, we've had another close shave there. That can be filled easily enough. Now, interesting design note. We've got these raptor heads, which are very Adrian Smith artwork. The sculptor of this, Will Hayes, wanted to put the raptor head on the end of a flamer, which was very consistent with the original artwork. However, he was told he wasn't allowed to do that, and it had to go there, which is a shame. But it gets the feel. Great looking, yeah, really nice. And with the extended barrel, it certainly fits with the name of Firepike. And finally, to finish, we've got another two. So are these all in the same pose? Let's have a look. No, they all look a little bit different. I think I'm not sure if these two are the same, but this one's extended out, so that's a different pose. Exactly the same weapon here, just different arm positionings. Everything's cast nicely. Ooh, gosh, well. No, gosh. I've got a mould slip there. It's just sort of there, so it's not actually carried over any further. So that's a close shave. But the rest of it, I mean, let's have a look here. got a seam running down here onto the weapon, but no further, so that will clean up all right. That's fine, that. We've got the Custodes as well. But yeah, they're great looking weapons, aren't they? Really, really impressive looking weapons. So there you have it. That is the Legio Custodes Aquilon Terminators with Firepikes by Forge World. These look fantastic miniatures. They're really, really big, is the first observation. These are going to be absolute monsters when they're assembled. I love the look of them. There's a lot of individuality in the detailing and the design. It's a multi-part kit, so these are going to have great posability. Yeah, good. It's just a shame we had so much air bubbling on the model. It's a bit odd, that. Anyway, but that said, I think everything is fillable and there's no detail destroyed. Please do let me know what you think of this Custodian miniature set. I'll be fascinated to hear, as always. Have you bought these guys? Are you intending to buy these guys? But other than that, I'd just like to say thank you very much for watching. I'll speak to you next time, and goodbye.